Our solar system model includes our star, the Sun, and the 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the famous dwarf planet Pluto. In this model, the scale is tuned far down from the actual size of the solar system. Now, we will be heading outside to actually see the actual scale of the solar system if put into these sizes.
Mercury is an extremely interesting place because not only due to its extreme variations in temperature, because it has no atmosphere, as in from the day side it can be over 430 degrees Celsius, and on its night side it can be negative 180 degrees Celsius. It is also the second most heaviest or densest planet in the solar system besides Earth because of its solid metallic core in its center.
Is Mercury. It is the smallest planet in our solar system and the first from the Sun. Mercury has a diameter of 4.879 thousand kilometers, and its distance from the Sun is 57.91 million kilometers. This is
Venus was once thought to be Earth's sister planet, not only because of its size, but also because of its surface conditions. But now we know that that assumption was very wrong, with surface pressures around 90 times that of Earth's surface pressure. So just imagine 90 Earth atmospheres above you and extreme temperatures of around 470 degrees Celsius on the surface. Venus is an extremely harsh place. These temperatures get to such extremes due to extremely thick carbon dioxide atmosphere.
This is Venus. It is our second stop and is the second planet of the solar system. It is currently 12,104 kilometers in diameter and 108.2 million kilometers from the Sun.
Earth is where we live. It is our home planet, and it is a rare gem in our solar system, and maybe even in the universe. Earth is covered by about 70 to 75% in oceans, and has a very complex magnetosphere, so a very interesting magnetic field, which shields us from extremely dangerous solar wind and radiation. We live here on Earth, and we sometimes do take these things for granted, but there really is a lot of natural forces behind our existence that allows us to survive.
This is Earth. This is where we live. It is the third planet from the Sun, and it is very similar to the size of Venus. It has a diameter of 12,742 kilometers, and its distance from the Sun is 150 million kilometers.
Mars, the red planet. It used to be thought of as and is still thought of as an extremely interesting place. We've always longed to go there and to see it. We've explored it with rovers and plan to send humans in 2030s, in the mid-2030s. But what we can see is that Mars was a planet that never was, an Earth that never was. It was annihilated practically when its magnetic shield, its magnetosphere, was stripped away from it, and it became a very desolate place after being bombarded by solar winds and cosmic radiation for billions of years.
Is Mars. It is the fourth planet from the Sun, and it has a diameter of 6,779 kilometers, and it is situated 228 million kilometers away from the Sun.
Jupiter, the biggest planet in our solar system and the first gas giant in our solar system. It is an absolutely massive planet which is composed mostly of ammonia and ammonia compounds. However, there are unknown chemicals providing the color of it. Jupiter is an extremely fast-spinning planet with one rotation being every 10 hours, which creates extreme wind speeds and extreme clouds. Jupiter also has a very interesting atmosphere of hydrogen, which can be found as a liquid there. And because of its gigantic and powerful magnetic field, which balloons to around 1 to 3 million kilometers away from it, it is truly a very important player in how gravitationally our solar system is formed and currently is being governed. This is Jupiter. It is the fifth planet from the Sun and the largest planet in our solar system. It is not blue as this button is, it is mostly orange and red and white, and it has a diameter of 100,309,822 kilometers, and it is 778 million kilometers away from the Sun. Saturn, the ringed jewel of our solar system. Saturn is a lot like Jupiter, composed of mostly hydrogen and helium, even though it is slightly smaller. The most interesting part, ring-wise, about Saturn is not only about the beauty of the rings, but also because of how much they vary. Because mostly the rings are around 10 meters in height, so they're extremely thin, but in some bumps, as proved by the Cassini space probe, that some bumps in some areas go up to around 3 kilometers in height, which is very amazing for small grains of ice and particles, which makes you wonder, why is that? This is Saturn. It is the sixth planet away from the Sun, and it is a very large planet. It is a yellow color, and it has the diameter of 100,016,464 kilometers away diameter, and it is 1.433 billion kilometers away from the Sun. Uranus, the oddball of the solar system. It is tilted on its axis not only just physically, but also magnetically. It has an over around 60% degree tilt in its magnetic field, and about 80% of what it is made out of, the mass of actual Uranus, is water, methane, and ammonia. Uranus is the first of the great ice giants of the far outer solar system, and is a very interesting place because of its extremely hard to find nature. It's a very interesting planet. Is Uranus. It is the seventh planet from the Sun, and it is a blue dot in the sky, much larger than Earth. It has a diameter of 50,724 kilometers, and it is 2.877 billion kilometers away from the Sun. We will not, unfortunately, be able to go further to get to Pluto because, as we can see, we won't have actually enough space. Because to get from Uranus to Neptune, it is approximately the same distance as getting from the Sun to Saturn. And to get from Uranus to Pluto, it is approximately this distance from the Sun. So it is 500 extreme distance. So it's finished. We would have to walk the same distance as where we came from, all the way that way. And so we have to think about how vast just our solar system is, and how vast our universe is. And so we can congratulate New Horizons on making such a vast and amazing journey from our small Earth way down there to Pluto way behind us. Thank you.